right, today we're going to start with chapter 2. And this is my Pampered Pooch setup already. So the problem is that I already had an account set up. And so I cannot show you the first couple steps, but what you need to do is you have to click Dr. Lambert's email, which says accept invitation, and it comes with a code that is already implemented in that link. So you have to do it the first time correctly. You cannot use this accept invitation link twice. Okay, so, and then once you clicked here, a window will open and you have to enter your credentials, like your name and a password. So it's very self-explanatory. So I don't really have to show you that, and I cannot because I already used that link, but you will get here to get started, okay? So let's pick up where you left off, continue. And then it will ask you, link your accounts and see everything in one place. So we do not do that because we don't have existing bank accounts that can feed into our QuickBooks account. So we're just skipping that for right now. If you ever work for a company, a CPA, and do bookkeeping for them, importing your data directly from your bank account in form of a bank feed will benefit you very well in all kinds of directions. Like, it saves you a lot of time. It's more accurate. So when you do your reconciliations, you do not have to go line by line because it's automatically done unless you deleted or changed transaction. But this feature will save you a lot of time down the road. Okay, so looking at invoices. Let's pick up, you were also no. So I already did some stuff, so that's why it comes up like this. It will ask you some question down the road, and make sure that you get acquainted with all of this information, okay? It will ask you when you start your business. It will ask you all these kinds of information, the company name, and I will show you how to set it up. We just need to get through here, and they want to make sure you're all set. That's why they ask you all those questions, and sometimes they want to upsell you a different subscription. So just go through it. You cannot really hurt anything. Just read what you do and continue on. Yes, we want to skip that. Yes, I'm sure. Because we don't want to set up any invoices right now. This is later in a chapter. We're going to skip that too. And then we're going to get into our QuickBooks. So I recorded it earlier, but the recording didn't happen. So I already did some stuff that was required for chapter 2. Let's just try to set it up properly. We're going to go into our gear icon, your company account and settings, which will be develop your skill 2-1. And here's the link how you can start your journey with QuickBooks, and it will give you a little bit more inside information. So if you have problems, just click that link. All right, let's go to develop your skills 2-2. And don't forget to take screenshots of every develop your skill item you did. Follow Dr. Lambert's instructions in the modules. All right, so obviously I did that, but let's recapture what I did. Okay, we went to the gear account settings, And then they want us to put in the logo and change the company name. Okay, so here's the company name. You type in your company name that you have. So obviously I did it already, but you just type in the name. Then they also want you to do the company logo. So where can you find the company logo? You just go in here. This is your course in eLab. Go on content, click student exercise files. It should download a file folder, which should be here, this one. And then you go on student exercise files, you go on chapter 2 and you say puppy love. Okay, so this is my trail that I have set up. It may look different on your computer. Okay, so how you can do this, just like Facebook or Instagram or any other thing, you go on plus and you go on your student exercise files 2, and then you click this and you say open, and I'm not going to do this right now because I have it already, and then it will appear like this. You click save and then you have it in here. Okay, so then that was the file folder. We go back into our book. We did the name, we did the logo. Now it wants you to put the EIN number in, which is kind of like the Social Security number for normal people. This is the identification number for entities or businesses. Sole proprietors can actually use the Social Security number, but more often they also have an EIN number, and you need that for payroll and for all kinds of good stuff. Okay, so once you're done, you just say save and you're good to go. And then you do the same here. You make sure that it is sole proprietary, which is here. And then you make also sure that it's pet care except veterinary services. And then you go to contact info. Always click that little button here, put in the email. Then the company phone number is here, and then Puppy Love Pampered Pooch website is here. Click save and it will save automatically. So, and then we go to put the address in, and here's a little specialty about that address. If you put that address in here, it will not come up. And at some point, it will prompt you and give you the option to manually edit the address. Click enter manually, put in the address, Los Angeles, California, save, and then it will actually ask you, is it correct? Because it did not come out of their system. You click yes, this is correct, and you have it in here. If you work on a client, it probably will come up later, but this is all just made up stuff, so it's not really coming up because the address doesn't work or it doesn't exist. Okay, so we don't have to do anything else here. So we say done. And then we go here and go into the advanced tab. So you don't have to click done because it will shut off this window or close that window. Just click on advanced after you saved your progress. And then it says verify that it's an accrual accounting yet. Yes, it's verified. Then sole proprietary. Yes, we verified that too. In the category section, make sure that both options are set to off. Category here, track classes, track locations, these are off. We will turn them on in a later chapter. Okay. Categories. Okay, and then Sadie would like to name her customers clients. So you go here and you can choose whatever you want. You know, if you are a doctor, if you have tenants, like you have a rental, you have rental properties, you are an association and you have members, stuff like this. Here we're going to choose clients. We're not doing anything with this. Okay, save. And now they say, okay, you saved everything. You can click done. All right, do you want to leave without saving? Well, we saved it already, so there's nothing to lose. All right, chart of account. Let's get acquainted with chart of accounts. I'm not going to explain this. You can ask Dr. Lambert to explain it to you if you have questions. We are going to set up our chart of account. There are multiple ways to go to your chart of account. The book tells you to go to gear and company and chart of account. I love to go accounting, chart of account. Here you have chart of account and reconciliations. This is just how I work, and you just find your own style. All right, so what does it want us to do? Click the box at the left of the cash account to add a check mark, and then at right, click down facing arrow icon under the action column and choose make inactive. So because I did this part and it didn't record earlier, I'm just going to show you a little bit different stuff. Okay, include inactive. And now you can see there's a cash account. Delete it, okay? So this is the one that they were talking about, and I can make it active again. So now it's reclassified as cash 1 because I cannot have 2 accounts with the same name. Now I'm just telling you how they did it. They click here and they say make inactive. If you only do 1 account, you don't have to click it. You can just go here and make it inactive. Yes, make inactive, and it will say delete it. And if you go here, include inactive, it will go away. Okay. It says deleted. It is not deleted. It is still in the system, but it's not available to use anymore. You cannot delete accounts. You can actually merge accounts. You cannot unmerge accounts. So these are the differences that really need to stay with you at all time. Okay, so now we do the batch action. So I did this already, and I'm just trying to show you how they did it. So they click the batch actions, which is here, and then you can do stuff at the same time. They also click make inactive. Then a window will open and it will say, hey, we are about to inactivate 61 accounts. Do you agree? Then you say, yes, I do agree. And then another window will open and say, hey, we were unable to delete or inactivate 5 accounts. These are the basic accounts. There are more than 5, but there's like 6 or 7 accounts. So these accounts will not be able to be inactive because these are the basic balance sheet and profit and loss accounts that you have to have in order to do your records or reports. Okay, so they will never be deleted. And you just, okay. And then it will tell you we're going to import an account. So import tools are very, very cool. I love them because they save you a lot of time. It's easier to enter everything in Excel, make sure you have it correctly and import it instead of clicking all the little buttons that you have to do in order to set up accounts. Okay, so you can import chart of account here. The book tells you, you go here, tools, and import data. Okay, so you can click it and then you have to decide which type of import you are going to use. We're doing chart of account. You browse into your QuickBooks file, which is here. Student exercise, chapter 2. And then you choose the CSV file. Okay, you click open. I'm not going to do it because I already did that. And then maybe I can show it to you and it won't do it. Okay, let's try this. So, okay, you say next. Then you see this here, which will help you. This is your columns, and you just tell them, yes, that works out, that works out, okay? Then you go to next, and you see this beautiful chart of account. So let me show you something. If you go here on the CSV file, and I'm on a Mac, so it looks different. This is actually the Excel file, and you can see that. That's why I'm saying you can save a lot of time by just entering what you want here, make sure it's all correct, and then upload it. It saves a lot of time if you create a new chart of account with your customer or with your company, and then you upload it. It's also a good overview of things that you have. Okay. All right, so, and then you click import. I'm not clicking import because I already did it. And once you click import, do you want to leave without savings? Yes. And once you click import, you should have a wonderful chart of account like this. All right, so then it will tell you to go back to dashboard business overview, which we technically could. It wants you to go back to chart of account, which my way is here. And now we are creating new accounts. So I already did that. You go on new, you choose the bank, you choose bank accounts, you say checking, you type in the bank account number, which is Los Angeles. And you see, this is everything that is under the bank account. These are the sub accounts under the bank account. The bank account will appear like this on the balance sheet, consolidated, or you can have it line by line. But these belong together. And you see how when I type, it already recognizes it, and this is how it shows in your balance sheet. You can put in descriptions, which I recommend if you have multiple people working in your accounting system, then just tell them why and for what you use that account, and they will recognize it and hopefully choose the account wisely. Okay, there's also a starting balance and an opening balance, which we will see what happened down the road. Okay, so we're not doing anything here right now because I already did it, but you should just enter Los Angeles City Bank and then save it. All right. And then once you saved it, it will come up here, Los Angeles City Bank, bank checking. Okay. All right. And then also it wants us to add an account. We're not adding an account. Oh, yeah. So actually it tries to tell you something here. Okay. If you say new, you do income. Account type is income, and then it's services and fee, and then it's at services. Okay, so earlier I had this account and it didn't work out because you cannot have two accounts with the same name. So if I do Pooch services, it will tell you this. And this is when you follow the book, instead of Pooch services, it will only say services, and it will come up like this. And you cannot do this. You cannot have two accounts with the same name. It's just not working well, and it's confusing. So just read through it. Okay, so it will say save and close, make an account inactive. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this right now. Make an account inactive. vehicle expenses. So you just type in vehicle. And you see, I only have this and not vehicle expenses. So if I go here and say include inactive, then you will see that all my vehicle expenses are here. Okay. So you just click them all like this. Okay, you can click them all, or because this is a main account with a lot of sub accounts, once you inactivate this, this will also be activated. So let me go back and make it active again. And if you want to make it active, you have to activate all these sub accounts if you want them. And it's a batch action now, and they're already active. Okay, so let's see how that worked out. Let's go into our vehicles. Okay, so you just click here and say make inactive. Yes, make inactive, and it's gone. And it will automatically inactivate sub accounts at the same time. All right, so now we want to choose service action menu, edit. Okay, so now they want you to find the service account from up here. Okay, that service account, and they want you to rename it Pooch Services. Here, they want you to rename that, which I did. You can see that here. Alrighty. Okay, so let's look at Develop Your Skills 2-4. We are going to work with products and services. So we are going to set up categories. So it wants you to go into the lists, and you cannot see the categories here. They don't have everything listed in here, but you can go to all lists, and you will see that there's a product category link. You just go on it, and now you have to set up your new categories, which I already did. So you say new category, you type in the name, full pet groom, you're going to save it, and you will have it here. Okay. And you do this with all the other three too. So you're going to have, here's the full pet groom. And then later on, you do the mini pet groom and the bath and brush. So you will have all your categories. Now we're going to go and set up some services and products. Okay. So you go on product and services. You can either go here. You can also go here. There are always multiple ways to do that. And you can also go on sales and go here. It really depends on how you like to work. Okay, let's use the blue button, and you have to set up your services now. So for the full pet groom, that's here. I already did that. So you click new, you choose service because we're not selling a product right now or a non-inventory item or a bundle. We are strict with only a service at this moment. Then you give it a name. They want you to call that small. We are not using the SKU, which is for parts and stuff. The automobile business does it a lot. We're going to go to category that we just entered, and we say full pet grooming. If there is a new category that you did not set up yet, you can just use add new, and you don't have to get out of this and go into another screen. You just add it here. Okay, so full pet groom, and then it will also tell you a description. And then here, I sell this product to services to my clients. And we say full pet groom small, and then you say $40 pooch services. Okay. And then sometimes if you have, let's say you would have an independent contractor that does the work actually for you, you can set up, oh yeah, I pay Claire, that's just an example, and I pay her $20 for that service. And then you just have to add a vendor, okay? And it will automatically do the cost transaction in the back, which helps you to not forget anything. And you already have it in the vendor. So this is a really cool tool. All right, so, and then you say do save and close, or you can say save in new. I'm not saving it because I have it already. You have to save it. All right, just make sure that your list is correct. $40, $45, $55, and $75. And then now it wants you to do a report. And that's quite nice because you can either do run report. You can also access your categories here. This is one possibility to run your report, or you go on reports, which there are so many here. And because there are so many, sometimes you have problems. So you just go on, type something in, product service list, okay? And it shows you the list. And then run the report. Okay, and then you go back to dashboard. In the next video, I'm going to start adding and managing users and do the open balance and historical transaction.